Welcome to our smart room. We'll show you what we're doing in here and what makes this room smart. You'll recognize that we have a Webex Room Pro up here. And what we have done is we're using this collaboration device as an occupancy sensor to connect to the building's management system, which controls HVAC, to allow us to only heat and cool a room when it is in use or about to be in use. Right now, you see that this is showing 0 people in the space, and we are in energy savings mode because I have the camera covered. As soon as I uncover that, you'll see the camera is going to do a quick look around the room looking for faces. Sees that the 4 of us are here in the room. And instantly it changed from optimizing for energy savings to optimizing for well-being. Normally, when a building is on during the business day, temperature is set between 70 and 72 degrees. What we're doing is when the room is not in use, we're expanding that temperature by 4 degrees in either direction. That 4-degree temperature offset allows us to save on average 22% energy savings per room per year. I can show you some of the analytics on that. This is from our building in San Francisco, SFO 12. You can see that from the 106 rooms that we have deployed there across 5 floors, we're currently on pace to save over 11,000 kilowatt hours this year from smart rooms alone. That equates to over 12,000 pounds of carbon that has been avoided. And we also see analytics on the individual rooms. So I can see what are my least occupied rooms over here. I can go through any one of those. I can see what are my most occupied rooms. But occupancy is a little bit different than utilization. Occupancy is anyone in the space. It doesn't necessarily that the room is being utilized or used the way that it was intended to be. We may find that we have a 10-person conference room over here that is used almost 100% of the time, but it may be used by only one person who's treating it as their own personal phone booth. So now we can have not only the energy savings, but for facilities teams, real estate teams, we can give them the full data on how those rooms are being occupied and utilized. So at the end of the year, they don't need to bring in an outside service to come and do an occupancy survey. We already have the full quantified data across that entire portfolio, across their entire building. And for real estate teams, they can now get an ROI on the devices that they have to purchase anyway. In a modern office environment, you can't get by without AV equipment. You have to have some type of collaboration device. But now they can get an ROI on that, a return on investment, in the way by way of energy savings. We can see quite a bit of data from these rooms, including when we're in energy savings mode and how many kilowatt hours we're saving in real time. What I really like about this chart is you can see exactly when we all came to Cisco Live. So how this works is this data is going from the camera up to Spaces Cloud, then it comes down into this device right here. This is the Cisco Spaces Smart Building Gateway. This is the only appliance needed to enable this product. There's only one needed per building. So this connects both to Spaces Cloud and to your building's BMS, which is controlling the HVAC equipment, like this portable VAV unit that we have right here. A question that we get often is, what is the difference between this solution and a smart thermostat? Well, thermostats are reactive technologies, and we can be proactive. When you think about how a thermostat works, nothing happens until you already reach an uncomfortable temperature, then it begins heating or cooling to get you back to that optimized mode, and you're uncomfortable the entire time that's adjusting. With smart rooms, one, because it's connected to Webex, we know when your upcoming meetings are going to happen. So we can precondition a room so it's already in an optimized, comfortable temperature by the time that you come in, and we continue to monitor that throughout the meeting. So if you're in a room for all day, we never let that temperature get to that uncomfortable temperature. We can continue conditioning the entire time. That also lowers CO2. Smart rooms have on average 30% lower CO2 than non-smart rooms, which does have an impact on productivity and wellness. So what are the prerequisites? What do we need to have for smart rooms to be successful? One, you do need to have a Webex collaboration device from the Room, Board, or Pro series. On the BMS side, we work with any BMS that is using the BACnet protocol, which is the vast majority of BMS systems here in North America. You also need to have room level heating and cooling control. So if you have VAVs, which is variable air volume box, fan coil units, or active chill beams. We just need to be able to control the temperature for an individual room. As long as you have those three components, smart rooms can work for you.